What's up? Welcome back. In this one, we're going to be talking tips and tricks on how to take out the Wither in Survival Minecraft 1.18. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. They're here. They're safe. Now, I love the Wither fight in Minecraft. It's just one of my favorite things to do just all around in general. It's a good time. I don't know. Yeah. And so that's why we're going over tips and tricks and how to do it the best way, because I've done it quite a few times now. And so if you're new to the channel, welcome. You probably want to stick around anyways, because it's about to get awesome. A little bit confusing, but still awesome. And for the rest of the KyleKraft squad, what's good? Welcome back. Yeah, you're probably wondering, because we're going to be doing these Wither fights in survival, what world are we on? Well, this is actually episode 3 of our Survival 1.18 series, which that's where it gets confusing. There's too much for me to even explain, because as you can see, I'm standing here in some shiny diamond armor. I mean, we are geared out. I mean, we're even on Snizite version 2 already. And last you had seen, I had just made it to a desert village just in time for our 3-hour challenge. The reason I was so rushed was because we had one of the most brutal deaths we have ever had in Minecraft ever, to the hands of our new arch rival Z zombie Trident snipers. And you may have remembered, as we were traveling over to the mainland, because that's what we were doing, we had seen what apparently was a ghost at that time. Well, let me tell you, that was not a ghost. That was actually Maruski, because yeah, this isn't just solo survival Minecraft, all right? Nope. Instead, if we just take a simple look right there, in which case you already know, I can't build that. And also notice that we already have a beacon. I mean, the timeline is quite fuzzy at this point. But the key to note is, yeah, welcome to your new favorite SMP series. Welcome to the CROSSROADS Survival Server. Yeah, I mean, the longest story short, I am the worst ever at timing. There's no better way to explain it, really. We were trying to plan out the perfect videos at all times, and perfect isn't even possible. And so, though you may be confused, the key is, welcome to the present moment of the CROSSROADS server. This is present time. And though we will surely have adventures to go back and explore, I figured, you know what, we gotta get moving. We gotta get moving, and the only way I could think to get actually moving on creating a video was just, what would I do right now? And voila, it circles back to the Wither. So yes, we're gonna take on some Withers. That's what we're gonna do, and that's how we're gonna kind of kickstart the series of chaos. And then in time, you'll get to meet all the beautiful people here on the CROSSROADS channel through my channel. If you haven't already checked out their channel, you know what I'm saying? Which all their links are down below, so I definitely encourage it. But regardless, we did get here somehow, and I figured you might as well just cut through what we've done to get to this point. It's time old classic fashion, and we've done it plenty of times, and you know, that's how we catch up out here. We'll let that sun set, although it looks like Maruski's already sleeping through the night, which by the way, me and Maruski, we just took out a Wither just the other day.
I'll survive.
And there we go. Just the other day. Lots of plans and lots going on. And so to really get to it, how do we get here? Yeah, recap mode. Go. And so let's start with nothing other but the village. Look at it. Oh my gosh. This is where we were all that time ago. And this village, in fact, part of Chibi's awesome. You know what? In fact, you'll get to know Chibi quite soon. But yes, from the desert village, we eventually made it to the mainland, which isn't too far away. It's just over there. Town's right there. You can barely see it, but mainland's right here. And I tell you what, that trip seemed a lot longer before. Whew. Either way, we arrive at the mainland, in which case that's basically kind of where we are. Because if you look at my build, I mean, this is what we're doing here is a cliffside villager trading hall mansion. It'll be cool in time. The idea was to take that you know, broken nether portal right there and use it as part of the base, and the base ended up turning into a villager trading hall, because it's always villagers, always. So we got our random farms down here, as you can see. Yada yada yada. A lot of deaths later. I have 1 heart. And Max! Are you? Oh, there's a bunch of coal. Oh wait, I'm gonna drown.
Oh no.
Oh my god. No! Jimmy! Which we'll explore another time. But it leads us to this build, which we'll do a quick walkthrough of, because this is going to be our main project as we get back to it and refocus. But the cool thing about this build right here is that it's the layers. We have plenty of different layers all throughout. We're going to have a couple different wings and branches of this build. And so this water elevator is really an elevator because you can kind of just hold off and arrive at the level you want. I love them. I love water elevators more than anything. But so we got enchanting set up right here, and we'll have a library through here. This is all going to be built up for our own use, and by that I basically mean our own survival base area wing of the building, whereas the villagers will be posted up on that side for the most part. And so as you can see, it's a bit chaotic right now still, but that's why we got to get moving forward, and we got to do it quick because I'm very, as you might have noticed, I'm very quickly getting addicted to the Trident. Very addicted. So not only do we have bills to do with that, but we have the entire redemption storyline arc. That operation was a success. Woo, that one would definitely be told. And so before I get too addicted to the Trident and build something else, I figured we got to get started on just making videos of what's going on in here and catch you up to speed. And on top of that, there's plenty more action to come. But moving this bus along, this is kind of our main layer of the build. And this is where we're going to have to sort out what we want to do kind of entirely with the rest of the project for our part of this area before we move off and do another project, because that's kind of the name of the game here on the KyleKraft channel. So yes, overall takeaways, I would say, as I move down and show you the nether, which is a bit chaotic itself, because see, of course, we have our nether right here, we got our portal right here, and we got plenty of different areas, avenues to kind of, you know, explore and showcase down the line. We'll get to everyone soon, don't worry. We just had to get an episode out, and then we'll get to see the squad, the Crossroads squad, in action. But yeah, this is the main portal to the floor, but you know how I like to do nether, I think. And that's actually having it elevated up to the roof. And so actually, if I show you back through here, kind of through our portal right here, we have what I built up to the, well, once again, the roof. Just, you know, on the very, very top. And that's where we linked up this portal that you might have seen just a moment ago within our actual base, you know, that first floor area. La 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 la. Just so that we can make those nether traveling tunnels nice and fast. Fast travel, which is what's going on over here as we head towards the nether fortress. A lot has gone down over there, as you can imagine, since we have the skulls for it. And then I don't know what's going on with these guys, but I made right here the absolute worst, the worst of all time. And I just completely forgot how to do this, to be honest. No, that's not gonna end well. But this is, I mean, this is terrible. I think I either need to light it up. I forgot how I did it last time. I just completely forgot. There is a villager in here. That is interesting. But see, this is the problem right here. This doesn't feel good. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Hello. Good to see ya. Yes, I'd like to come. Yeah, I'm trying to come through. We're recording. We're trying to come through. Excuse me, excuse me. I don't know. Come on. No, I don't even know what direction to go now, but let's just guess, and we got another one down. So yeah, I did something completely wrong. I forgot what it was, but I did want to have it so that I could take my horse through if we get a horse here. We do not have a horse on the server. We did not have Boogadaba, but either way, it's still faster than walking. So, still, we'll take that. And now, that tunnel is basically the last thing I did, because that tunnel links up to this portal right here, which is in a village right here, which is where we're going to be taking on our wither, or withers. And so that's where we're at, and that's when it gets to wither time. Let's talk prep. And so that's actually where we're at right now. And actually, behind me, you will have seen, well, the village after 4 wither fights. Yes, there's no better learning tool than experience. And so we're going to dive into some live examples in just a moment. But first, I want to run you through just the steps on what I do really in terms of preparation. It's all about prepping the area. And well, I guess we could technically start preparation with your armor and your gear. And now, obviously, I'm pretty geared out at this point in time. But even more important is to make sure you have a strong bow. You want to make sure you have at least power 4, I would say. Infinity, always a plus. And then smite is the one we want for the wither. Even more critical in prepping your gear is actually making sure you have plenty of food. Make sure it's steak. Just go with steak. Because it's our healing source, we want the best. We want it to last the longest. So don't skip out on it, trust me. And finally, in terms of prep, bring 2 water buckets. You're going to want an infinite water source for what we're about to do. And then last but not least, of course, a bed for spawning. Which brings us to this area over here, which is the hidey hole hole will be tip number 2. We just want to make sure we find a sort of enclosed area that's pretty safe and dig in a hidey hole where we can put a bed just so we can respawn just in case we die, and so that we can, you know, have a chest right here and ender chest, whatever you need to place valuables, whatever you need. So yeah, it's kind of an obvious one, but the hidey hole, it's always necessary. On to tip number 3, and that's where you'll see, well, we're at a village. We're at a village. Now, of course, with 1.18 and in Minecraft in general, there's plenty of locations we could go to, especially now with those large caves. Woo. But I'm going to go ahead and recommend that if you haven't tried it, go ahead and do a wither battle in a village. It is awesome. And it's awesome for a multitude of reasons, not just because of the battleground itself, but it creates projects as you go about taking out the withers. First off, we want to save the villagers, and then second, taking what ends up being a wither nuke town into, you know, a project for the future, rebuilding their civilization. Because even after all this aftermath, yep, right there, there's still villagers to take care of. So it's just a fun aspect to it. And again, that's circling back to the fact that that's not even the main purpose for us doing the wither battle in the village. The real key is having the different structures, the houses to take cover in. Because tip number 4, I believe it's 4, hopefully 4, we can take cover in those buildings as we battle the withers. And you're going to see it in just a moment here. I'm not going to linger on it too long. But the key to this tip is, as long as we're out of sight, if we're out of the line of sight of the withers, they will not fire their wither bombs down on us. And so that gives you a chance to not only heal up if you need to do so, but also get your bow in a position to, you know, peek a corner, peek an edge when you need to. And again, you'll see more of that in just a moment. Tip number 5 for why we're doing it in a village. And once we are out of the withers line of sight, they will actually pursue NPCs. They'll pursue animals, you know, cows, sheep, farm, you know, all of them, as well as iron golems. They'll pursue villagers, which is why we got to save them. But just having those moments will give us the time necessary, if in a pinch, to heal up and eat a little bit of food, do what you gotta do. You know, it draws their attention away and gives us just that opportunity. Tip number 6 is the death holes. This is one of the most crucial aspects of the wither battle just in general. And once again, you'll see examples of it in just a moment, but we really, all we want to avoid is when the withers just kind of stockpile those bombs on top of you, and it just starts to dig down like this, and you get pinched. And when you're pinched down low like this, you are in trouble, because they'll keep firing and it is hard to escape, and that is when you risk dying. So we're going to absolutely avoid those death holes at all costs, and do so, we're going to take it on to tip number 7, which is why you see all the water. Now, the water is crucial for 2 reasons, and is why I had you bring those 2 water buckets, just in case you don't have an infinite water source right around you. But we're going to put it on these lower levels, just in case the withers knock us up into the air, which is what they do, so that if we take a fall from a far height, it doesn't do too much damage. We land in the water. As well as bombs hitting that water shouldn't be able to detonate and create those death holes that we were referring to. And so that combined with our final tip number 8, I think it might be tip number, I have no idea what the count is. Either way, on to our final tip, which integrates in with the water, is just creating paths all throughout the actual town structure. And though it's kind of demolished at this point now, it worked out well. This is a good example right here. This staircase leading up, just so that we can get to this upper area if we needed to in a pinch. Overall, improving our maneuverability and giving us space to move and escape from situations that are dire. You'll also see me use potions of regeneration and golden apples for the first time, actually. So I guess those are all honorable mentions. But with that said, it's time to jump to when the land did not look like this, but instead was ready for our wither battles. Time to learn by example. Let's do it. All right, villagers, are we ready? Are we ready? My man, I would back away because it's about to get a little bit louder here in just a moment. A little bit louder. So now let's just do a live commentary as we battle through this wither. Dun 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 dun. So here we go. As we maneuver through, he lost line of sight. You could see or hear there. See, this is the interesting part. I'm gonna try and show you. So he can't see me right now. He's shooting at villagers. We don't want that, of course. But it's also a safe way, you know? Meanwhile, start to get a little destruction. Start to hit our bow shots. We'll get a little intense music going because why not? Now this is where I would definitely want to find cover at this time. Or at least get that food munched. Watch out for the death hole. Maneuver through. And then in the end, obviously, it's really just about hitting your shots. Boop, boop, boop. Now he's out of his mode. Let's eat one last food. And then let's take him out. Oh, he's fun. Is it regen? Enough of you. Enough. That's enough. You've had enough fun. Where are you? Excuse me. Excuse me. I swear I just saw a villager get lost right around here. And now I'm a little bit... Nope, he's good. He's good. How we doing? We good? We good? We good? We good. That's a we good. We good. And boom, there's another star. Now looking back real quick on that one. I won't lie. I did not really use my own strategy of taking cover as well as I should have. Let's make sure we help our homie out right here. And then if I am real honest, as I mentioned, I've become increasingly addicted to the trident. So naturally, we might as well test the trident together right now. Yo. I would run, post up, and launch. Now this is where it's gonna get interesting. Oh. I don't know when the trident will be able to hit him, but I doubt it's right there. Either way, he's way too high up. This is interesting. This is very interesting. It's good. You can't do anything from up there. Just completely changed the game. I don't think I'll be able to hit him with the trident until he's in the next phase, but we'll gotta test that, obviously. Ooh, or not. Ooh, what you want, boy? Step! Step, Wither, step! What he said? I'm gonna get even more trident addicted here. And I'm just saying. Surely I gotta take him out with trident now. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? He's so high in the air. This is not what I expected. This is not what I expected. Oh, I just dropped all my food. That's probably not smart. Ah, you've come back to us. Not wise. I need him on the ground. I need him on the ground. step. Trident addiction to the max. Yeah, yeah. Alright, well, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and say Water Battle of the Withers just became my new favorite. But still, I feel it's only right, since I've mentioned it multiple times now, that we hit up a quick double battle. And sure, let's make it epic with the sun setting. Dun 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 dun. Villagers, prep for impact. Because why not? Oh, yeah, it's about to get intense. You know what I meant to do right away that I did not? As we use our cover trick right here, I might want these this time. As a death toll. This is the death toll we mentioned. That's a good example of that. This is where we gotta find some cover because this death toll is what we don't want. Right here. This is the middle of a death toll. See, death toll, that's no fun. Death tolls are no fun. Villager, you might want to run. Kind of resetting for this one. We got our water underneath us, we're clear there. And as you will have seen just a moment ago, they bulldoze through the actual buildings, but it's the line of sight, like right here. This is where we're safe right here. Now, if one pops into the wall right there, then we won't be. Now, we also are letting them regen, though. We don't want that. And if they do see us right here, they can blow the building kind of sky high right away, but still. And so this is where it gets a little strategic. Because we can see them. Ouch. And you can barely see us. So we're dropping out that first immunity phase. And I just hit an iron golem. That's going to hurt us more than anything. Now will be time for the golden apple. I'll go to soldier pre-gen. Only because of the iron golem. So yeah, that's another tip. Definitely do not punch iron golems. It's kind of about knowing your surroundings as well. We know we're back in the village now. Water landing right there, clean. Let's do another golden apple just cause I don't want to fail on front of you all. But here, let's take it. I mean, once you get them on the ground, it's game over for them. It's game set. Blah blah. Night night. Now where's your homie? Where's your homie? You regen, huh? Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Ooh, let's test out taking a little cover peek right here. Look. Now he's regenning. I'm regenning. But we can peek him right here. Watch. If we can find him. And drop you down to our level, where we shall wipe you out. We're good. Thank you, thank you. Just go down, just go down. Look, hard fought, hard fought. I mean, you should be proud. But come on, you must know by now. You already know we were getting that W. Oh, and I should probably grab that star. That's probably important. Well, so yes, if we learned anything when fighting the multiple, don't underestimate the use of those golden apples. I don't even know what a golden apple does, to be honest. That's the first time I've ever used it, but it definitely came in handy. As for the battleground around us, as we can see, the multiple wither fight kind of took a little bit more of a toll. Oh, the poor villagers, no. We learned another tip during that battle. Do not hit the iron golems. And finally, yeah. Once you do this, you're gonna have, you might have your work cut out for you in terms of restructuring the village, but it's worth it in the end. What's good, homie? Survive. Let's get you out of there. Tough scenes, you know it. Keep pressing through. And I guess the final note to mention that we discovered as we set this in on the Crossroads map as Nuketown, that not only is our Trident addiction growing, but man, shoot, Trident Wither battle, that just became our new favorite too. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon. Whoa, yeah.